Hi everyone, Bev Adamo here with Wild and Wise Women, Wild and Wise Sisterhood. I'm so excited to talk about this today because I have, over the course of my experience, had some incredible mentors and teachers in my life, and two of them who have really impacted me with respect to how to manifest your dreams and how to make your dreams your actual reality, to be living your dream life. So two of those amazing mentors, one is Marsha Weeder, and she was extraordinary in holding the space for me so I could learn about, what dreams really are and how to make them come true. Incredible work that I was able to do with her. I love her dearly. And of course, Deepak Chopra. He's been really on my team, my council of advisors when it comes to dreaming and manifesting my dreams and creating affluence and creating prosperity and all of those things that most of us think about doing, even if we're creating prosperity for others, even if we're in the place where we have the capacity and the capability to really create this incredible abundance and then help others and give it away. So that's my mantra for this next year, for 2019, is if you have the capacity to create abundance and prosperity, even when you choose to live very simply, please create that abundance, create that prosperity, because there are people in the world who don't have the opportunities that we have, the obstacles, their lives, they're completely different. They're here for another purpose, and it's not necessarily to be a channel of abundance. But if you're watching this, if you're here today, or you're listening to this recorded version, you have the capacity to create incredible, immense abundance. And if you truly wish to be of service, which again, if you're here watching this, I know you're all about being in service to the world. Allow yourself to live frugally and simply, and let that money flow, because there's a lot of people out there where we can spread the wealth. I mean, that's kind of the way it's meant to work. That's why we have leaders and why we have people who are able to put things together, and it just works so great. So that's my mantra, is that if you have the capacity to create abundance, do it. So let's talk about what that looks like. How do you even do that? Well, first of all, one of the things that I resisted for a long time in my life, I resisted taking 100% responsibility for myself, because to me that sounded, oh, okay. At the time, I was very much into judgment, and to me that sounded stupid. Like, how can I be responsible for everything that happens in my life? And then as I started waking up and I started evolving and I started remembering who I am and started really being in touch with spirit and bringing my divine spirit, my divine feminine, and my divine ego, my divine masculine together, what I realized is this: it isn't about being responsible in the heavy obligatory way. Obligatory. I like that word. Obligatory way. It's not about that. It's about knowing that you have the capacity and the capability to respond to whatever comes up in your life. It's learning that really we call in 100% of what goes on in our life. So let's start with our birth and our death. I know those to be soul choices. I may not understand fully about them, why I chose my parents, or when my soul has picked for me to leave this planet. And it doesn't really matter, because it's not right this minute, so here I am. And even if you're watching this and I have gone, I know that I did what I was meant to do in this moment. So let's talk about that. Being responsible, 100% responsible for your life, means you have the capacity to respond, and that is awesome, no matter what comes into your life. And there's also the piece of knowing that everything that has come to you up to this point and everything that will come after to you, the circumstances, they do not happen to you, they happen for you. So once you get in that place of being able to really know that everything is perfect, no matter how out of sort it seems, no matter how terrible, no matter how tragic, no matter how anything, it's all about part of the process of your purpose and being here in life. So really, the having dreams and manifestation, a key to that is being willing to be awake. Being willing to notice that everything we're doing right now in this moment today That's creating our tomorrow and the day after and the day after. And a lot of times we're very unconscious about that. There are so many things that we do in our life that we don't have a focus on. For me, how many times have I taken my car out of the garage, driven to the end of the street, and then had to drive all the way back around? Not had to, chose to drive all the way back around to make sure that I closed my garage door. A lot of times. I haven't quite gotten that one yet, but it's because there's so many things that are unconscious and that not really realizing. There are a lot of thoughts that can go on in your head that you don't even realize you're thinking them, and that beliefs that you don't even know that you have, because a belief is something that was either instilled in you because of something dramatic or traumatic, or very powerful. So it could have been like one experience that taught you that money is bad. You do not want to have money no matter what. So it could be something like that. Or it could be something that you heard or you told yourself over and over and over again. And at some point that becomes a belief, and it starts really affecting us and controlling us and how we are out in the world, who we are, how we're acting, and everything else. So here's your invitation right now. I invite you to know that you have the ability, you have the capacity, you have the resources, you have the support of the universe to live your dream life. Okay, so that begs the question, do you have a dream? Do you know what you want? Have you really looked into your heart, not about what you think you have to do because of family or because of your job or because of this or that? What do you really want? Oh my gosh, I absolutely know. I can see this vision of each of us knowing our heart's desires and manifesting them into reality. This world would be so incredible. So the more we can know who we are, what our dreams are, what we're here for, our purpose, and make those come true, it's amazing. So let's start with building block number 1. Have a dream. Have a vision for your life. And there's a lot of ways to explore that. You can do that through writing. You can do it through talking. You can do it through vision boards. I love vision boards. A thing about vision board, let me say this. The part of us that really connects with things, connects with symbols. And while our written words can be symbols, we really connect more deeply with something more visual. So if you're going to do a vision board, and you're working with magazines or you're working with images off of the computer or whatever, I would invite you, no written words. Find images that appeal to you, and especially if you have no idea why they even attract you. So when you're looking at your dream, that's the other thing too. It's about no limits when you're dreaming. Marsha Reeder was just so wonderful in instilling and helping me to understand and know that I didn't need to have any limits on my dreams. Oh my gosh, no. Dream big. Bigger, bigger, bigger. And then if something's coming up while you're in this process of putting your vision board together or writing out your dream or seeing your vision, if there are parts of you, like that part that doubts or that part that's not good enough or any of those parts, if they come up to help you with this dreaming process, with this vision process, say thank you. I appreciate you bringing this to my attention, and no thank you. There's a place right over here where you can have a seat, Mr. Doubt, where you can have a seat, Mr. Critic or Ms. Critic or whatever, because I got both male and female going on inside of me. So whatever title applies, I say, please have a seat and allow me to do this. And then when I'm in another process, another part of this dreaming, manifesting process, then show up and we'll have a talk. But for right now, allow yourself to dream, whatever that is. And then allow yourself a little bit of white space, whether it's on your vision board or in the vision as you're writing it out. Because here's what I know about dreams. When you can allow yourself not to be attached to the form, to get really specific about the form, that is what you want in your life, what is your dream life, be very specific, absolutely. And at the same time, once you've got that dream, be willing to be unattached. Because here's what happened to me. I had a dream of being able to serve women, of being out here, of having my business, of being an taking everything from my corporate life and having it be something that I could use to really be of service, to help women to understand who they are, how extraordinary they are, how magnificent they are. And once I had that dream, then I was in a little bit of a holding pattern. I had left that white space, though. I had left space for the universe to surprise and delight me. And lo and behold, did it ever. Because the universe brought me Wild and Wise Women, Wild and Wise Sisterhood, which was so much more than I ever could have dreamed for myself. So dream big, allow your critics and everything else to have a seat for a while, and then leave a little bit of space for the universe to surprise and delight you. So the next thing, the next building block, dream it, then set the intention. And again, I love Deepak Chopra. He was so amazing with me and talking with me about intention. It's like, have an intention with unbending intent. There is no plan B. This is plan A. This is my dream, and there's space in it for the universe to surprise and delight and support me. Absolutely. And then set that intention. Again, unbending intent. And then let it go. Because it's in that space, in that gap between what's real and what's imagined, and what's imagined and what's real, because that's where the universe gets to do its magic and its work. So dream your dream. Set your intentions for 2019, not resolutions, intentions with unbending intent. And then comes the third one. That's about 100% responsibility. That's integrity. Because when you have your dream, you have your intention, and with integrity, you listen to what your next divine inspired step is, and you allow yourself to understand that all obstacles are opportunities, that every circumstance that shows up for you is happening for you, not to you. When you can remember to be unattached to form, because abundance is our birthright, whether it's coming directly to us or it's coming through other people to us. It's the birthright of every human on this planet. And that's why my mantra of make the money, do it, because we can be those abundance channels for those who it's not their purpose. We can do that. And that's what Wild and Wise Sisterhood is about, really. So find a place, some way for you to know that, you're giving back, because you are. Your dream is going to include the most amazing aspects of self-care. Your dream is going to include the most amazing aspects of having these incredible relationships with your family and with your friends and with business associates. All of that, your dream, your vision, absolutely is meant for you. So let's recap for just a moment. How do you really have a whole different life in 2019? Very simple. There's a lot of things that you're doing right now that's creating the life that you lived in 2018 that you can leave behind in 2018. It does not need to go with you into this next year. A lot of things that were for this year, that taught you, that you could learn from, that were there for a reason to support you, and now you can let them go. And as you create this dream, as you allow yourself to see this vision in visual form or in written form or however it works for you, and you allow yourself to be that person who is connected to purpose and passion, dream your dream. From that dream, set your intentions with unbending intent. No plan B. Of course, there's plan A plus that the universe is going to provide for you, but no plan B. And then know that you have the capacity and the capability to show up 100%, to respond 100% to whatever comes into your life. And if you find yourself slipping back or taking a little jaunt into the old, that which no longer serves, be kind and compassionate to yourself. Compassionate. That's the time to practice your greatest unconditional love, is with yourself, with that dream that you so vulnerably and tenderly are bringing into being. And know that vulnerability has a power. Vulnerability really is about unbending intent, because you're willing to lay it all on the line. You're willing to be out there. You're willing to be authentic. You're willing to say, this is who I am. This is what I want. And I'm ready and willing to be visible. I'm ready and willing to be in service. And I'm ready and willing to live my dream life in the process. So if you wake up tomorrow and you think, oh my gosh, I created this tomorrow, and whoo, and it feels like a whoo, you know, the perfect storm, embrace that. Because that's another opportunity for you to become more conscious. And the more conscious you are, the more awake, the more you can really powerfully, divinely create that dream life. You got this. And Wild and Wise Women, Wild and Wise Sisterhood, Adamo, we're here to support you. Okay, so until next time, lots of love, and know that you deserve to live your dreams.